All right, beautiful people, we're back. Part 2, use a graphing calculator to solve each equation. So I'm going to tell you this. This is a great method. It's more of an introductory thing so you can see, oh, this is how I could use this. Most of the time I'm going to have you do this by hand in real life, but later on in your time in Algebra 2 or 2 honors, this is when you're really going to use it, but I want to expose you to it so that you're not freaked out when you see this later on. So let's see it. First of all, that first equation that you have is 3.5 equals negative 3b minus 1. What I'm going to have you do right now is to enter 3.5. Okay, first, go ahead and go back to your screen where it says y equals. So on your calculator, hit y equals, top button on the left. And then where it says y1, I want you to enter in 3.5, like you see right here. And then where it says y sub 2, I want you to enter in negative, not minus, negative 3x minus 1. Now remember, we changed the window for the last problem, so I want you to hit zoom 6 and that will graph you automatically. Do that for me if you would, please. Okay, so this is what we get when you do that. Mine is a color one, some of yours are as well, but you have two different lines. They could be whatever colors, no one cares. Your question is, though, where do these two lines meet? Where do they intersect? We want to know, when does this equal this? When does this equal this? Your calculator will find that for you. So right now you can kind of eyeball it and try to see, oh, it looks like it's about. No one cares what it's about. We want to know exactly where it is. So let's go through some steps for that. First thing I want you to do, so this was the graph that we had and this was our equation, is I want you to type in second trace. Second trace, if you would please. And then just to go back, second is right here. So here's second. And then trace is up here. Remember, second you use the very, very beginning. So second trace. Hit that for me. And then when you hit that, you're going to see this screen come right before you. It's going to say calculate. You want me to do something for you? You're going to say, yes, I don't want a value, I don't want a 0, I don't want a minimum, I don't want a maximum. I want to know where these two lines intersect. Where do they cross? So you're going to hit the number 5 for that one, please. Hit the number 5. And then you should see this screen. They're going to ask you a couple, 2, 3 questions, and you're just going to say yes to all of them. Basically, they're going to say, hey, is this the first line you put in? And you're going to say, yes, first curve, just hit enter. Then you're going to say, second curve, is this the other one you plugged in? And you're going to say, yes. And then they're going to say, guess, and you're going to say, nah, just press enter. So what all you need to do is press enter 3 times when you see that first screen come up. And then when you have hit enter 3 times, they're going to tell you, hey, when you entered in this 3x minus 1 and this other equation, they cross at negative 1.5 and when y equals 3.5. Well, we knew y equaled 3.5 because that's what we entered in. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, guys, but when I entered it in, instead of putting b, I put in an x for that last screen. Instead of putting b in there, right here, I put in an x, actually not right there, right here. Just kidding. Right here is negative 3x minus 1 because there's not a b button on here. If you notice on your keys how it says x, t, theta, nu, it's because it's variable. It's going to be whatever we decide it to be at that moment. So that's what it is for this one. So this is what they're saying. These two lines cross right here. So remember this though. We replace the x with b. So instead of saying x equals negative 1.5, we say b equals negative 1.5, and that's how we get that. Now there's one thing there. Some of you are like, well, how do I know if that's really it? Well, you can do 2 things. One, you could add 1 to both sides and then divide by negative 3. Or you can plug it in. Does b really equal negative 1.5? Plug it in and check. 3.5 equals negative 3b minus 1. So instead of b, I'm going to enter in negative 1.5. So negative 3 times negative 1.5 minus 1. Multiplying these out, I get 4.5. 4.5 minus 1 is 3.5. So yeah, guess what? I'm right. It happens every once in a while. It's nice. Do me a favor, please. Write down these calculator steps. So what do? We entered in both equations for y1 and y2. The other thing I would probably say here is that we use x for whatever variable we're solving for. And then you're going to, in order to graph, you're going to hit zoom 6. And then to calculate the intersection, you hit some buttons. You put second, trace, 5, and then enter 3 times. Enter, enter, enter. So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and press pause right now, and then try to do this for your next problem on your paper, which says 4 plus 3 over 2m equals 7. Press pause, do it, please, don't front, and then try that. Press unpause when you're done. Did you do it, or are you lying? I don't know. But I am seeing an issue here. Let's change that problem, if you don't mind, to -7. Yeah, just go back and make this -7. This way it's exactly as it is on your paper. Sorry about that. So you entered in -7 and 4 plus 3 over 2x. No one cares if you put the -7 down here and then this up there. As long as they're both in, it's fine. So you can switch the order. Your calculator is smart enough to reorganize that. So if you did that, then this is the graph that you should have gotten. And then you press second, trace, 5, enter, enter, enter. And then it tells you, hey, they cross right here. And then some of you freak out because it's a decimal, not a whole number. It happens, and that's why you're using your calculator, because it makes it a lot easier. So your intersection is at negative or positive, -7.3. -7.3. And it happened when y was equal to -7. So my answer for this one is m equals -7.3. And with that, I'm going to say congratulations. You have survived your very first graphing calculator experience. Hope that it was as good for you as it was for me. If you could, please just check through your notes. Make sure you have everything that I have on here. And then we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you.